Hey guys, it's RodimusPrimal. I am back with another video, and today I am going to be talking to you guys about the new Generation Selects Legacy Autobot Stand United 5-pack that we've been waiting to see official images for since like a lot of this stuff has been leaking quite a bit. And now with Transformers Tuesday, we get to see the 5 Autobots that are in that set. And I'll give you guys my thoughts. So without further ado, let's sit back, relax, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. So I want to thank each and every one of you who continues to support the channel, whether it's through Patreon or our channel memberships. You can also just subscribe to the channel and check out my videos. I usually do a lot of character retrospectives, and I also cover the Transformers news, and occasionally I do a few reviews as well. I have a TeePublic store, which you can see here with some of my shirts. Then you can either get on a shirt or a sweatshirt or mug or a bunch of other stuff, and it's kind of cool stuff. So any way you can help support the channel keeps me going, and maybe I'll make you more content. So let's get into the Transformers news. Okay, so as has been previously mentioned, we knew that it was going to be a 5-pack of Autobots that were going to be in this set. So many of us have been waiting for Hound, because Hound never got a standalone release. We got Detritus, which I do have the figure. I do like the figure quite a bit. Sunstreaker specifically is one that I like the figure itself, but I hated the fact that the colors were off. It was like 3 different shades of yellow. And Wheeljack I'm perfectly fine with myself. Personally, though, a more cartoon accurate one and a brighter white on that plastic is great. But the great thing about all 5 of these figures is that there will be no clear plastic. This is a big plus for those who have been worried about these figures breaking. A lot of people have said that they've broken their Jazz figure. I have not had that experience. I know there's been QC issues when it comes down to Blue Streak. If you guys know my Blue Streak figure, I ended up getting the Earthrise Blue Streak figure, and the roof broke off as I was trying to transform it. And I ended up getting a second one. And then I got a smoke screen, and I took the broken one, and I got a second smoke screen, and I basically used the parts from the 2 figures to basically make myself a Barricade and a Silver Streak. And, I ended up getting a light bar to be able to use on Barricade specifically. Got Toy Hacks labels to make both figures look the best that they could. And I think I did a pretty decent job out of those ones. But, I ended up missing out on the actual standard releases. But for these 5 in particular, getting a closer look at each of them, Hound is one that like, I really like the mold. So it's a definite must for me for this guy. And I love the character too. I love the original Scout, that he just kind of loves Earth, loves checking stuff out. Love the colors on him. That is a definite must for me. I love the way the figure looks. Jazz in particular is one where I'm like, I don't necessarily need another Jazz figure. But this is really good for everybody who skipped out on Jazz because they're like, oh, I don't like the fact that it's got clear plastic. Well, you're not going to have to worry about it there. So, I always thought the figure looked great. And some people have a problem with the shins connecting and staying connected. I don't necessarily, have that issue myself, but, I love the figure, so it's already like as it is. Trailbreaker was one I've heard mixed opinions about, but he's one that I was very happy that he got a figure for. The only thing that I wish that he had was that the actual portion that like is more toy accurate, that where the door panels, are part of the back of his arms and they're kind of hanging there, and then he kind of like has his elbow in the front of it, that they folded up to be a little bit different, to make him be a little bit more different than Hoist in comparison to Trailbreaker, to make the 2 characters very different. But I did a retrospective on Trailbreaker, so if you haven't checked that video out, to know a little bit more about that character. I actually have done a retrospective on pretty much all of them. And so Wheeljack is one where I'm like, yeah, I like these colors. I love the cleaner look to him. I love the clear, the fact that it's no longer, you know, translucent plastic. They all come with blasters, it looks like, or at least maybe they might have like different blasters for each of them. But the color scheme on him, I really, really appreciate because, you know, the Earthrise toy was a little bit more toy accurate in the fact that it was black plastic, but the fact they're using a lighter gray on this Wheeljack makes him look a little bit better. Maybe I'll keep the Earthrise figure in vehicle mode and keep this one in robot mode. That actually won't be a bad idea, all things considered. But looking at their their alternate modes, Hound, having the non-clear. Actually, I'm wondering, is that clear plastic? Is it like blue paint maybe on the inside of it? It kind of looks a little bit different. Maybe it's just because they actually are using blue plastic there, or maybe a painted plastic for him. But I've seen the add-on kit for him. That does look pretty good. But I'm already happy with the mold as it is with Detritus, and I didn't want to like go through the craziness of trying to repaint him. So getting that figure is going to be a plus. The cartoon colors for Trailbreaker do look good. With the only thing that I've heard a lot of people complain about has been the blue. Right? Is that it's a very like milky looking blue. But I'm sure Toy Hacks labels will come through, and they'll probably come up with a set to be able to make the figures look a little bit, or at least make the windows look a little bit nicer, all things considered. Or you can actually just get the sets that they have out now. And Jazz does look great. Of course the 14, I wish it was a 4, but again, Toy Hacks labels will fix that. Sunstreaker is the one where I'm just like, I'm gushing over because I hated the clear plastic. And even the Toy Hacks labels didn't even cover the windows on him. So the fact that he has like solid blue plastic for the windows in vehicle mode is welcome, quite a bit for him. And I think it looks great overall. So like Sunstreaker is definitely like, one that I've wanted to get, to replace for it as well. The alternate mode for Wheeljack, this is where I feel like the cartoon accuracy is a little bit lacking, because I like the way the official sports vehicle looks. But this is more of like a street legal version of Wheeljack, just happening to have numbers on his sides. Maybe that's kind of the idea behind the cartoon accuracy thing, is that like it's a street legal colors for him. But again, this is one where I'll probably keep him in robot mode, and then for the vehicle would be more, for the Earthrise one. But looking at all 5 of them, I'm very happy that they're releasing this set. Now, as far as cost is concerned, it's going to be $110 for 5 deluxe figures. Currently, right now, deluxes are going for like $25. So, they're actually saving money getting 5 deluxes that, yeah, all right, the molds have already been out. It's just basically redecoing the figures as they are. So now you're not paying for the R&D for it. Instead, you're just getting the colors that you want for cartoon accuracy in a Generation Select set. And I think it's worth it. I really do think that this is a worthwhile set to get, and I'm very pleased about it. 3 out of the 5 are the ones that I really want out of it. And I think for those who missed out on this set, that's the thing I've been seeing a lot of people say, is that like, I missed out on this one, or that one. Because specifically Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker were hard to get for a lot of people, because that wave did not hit every single store shelf. And I was fortunate enough to get Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker. But for those who missed out on them, this is your chance to be able to get those 2, for your Earthrise, for your, if you guys are everyone's collecting these particular scale figures. Some are collecting Masterpiece, some collecting, aftermarket Legends scale figures. That's fine. But for those of us who are collecting this particular scale, getting these figures is a must for a lot of people, especially hardcore Generation 1 fans who want to have their cartoon accuracy out of it. And I honestly wonder, are we going to see a toy accurate Hound maybe get a standard release? I wouldn't put it past Hasbro to maybe do that next year. But for the time being, this set, in my opinion, is well worth it. I will have affiliate links for both Entertainment Earth and Amazon, so you can click on those links if you actually want to purchase those figures. But of course, you know, some people, they get their figures from other places, and that's perfectly fine. But at the same time, I'm very happy about it because, again, I think it's great for people who have missed out on these figures, or the people who really want to get Hound or really want to get Sunstreaker, you know, or whatever figure that you were looking to get. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. I have a new retrospective script that I'm currently working on. Yeah, I had to put Red Alert on the back burner thanks to the news that came out from the last news video. But I have something cooking that'll be coming very soon. So stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.